Hey everybody, welcome to Under the Arch Sports. I'm Eric Hobbs, and it's time to talk about Tionne Gray, the newest Missouri commitment. Before we get into that, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. All right, Tionne Gray from Hazelwood Central High School in St. Louis. He's huge, guys. The defensive tackle, 6'6", 305. All right, call it 320 or whatever by the time he's in a college weight room. Going to be a load defensive tackle. Just huge. Anyway, he's a highly rated guy. 4 stars according to Rivals. They've got him as a 5.9 rated 4-star. Number 120 in the Rivals 250. They rank him as the 5th best player in Missouri. 24/7 Sports, they don't think quite as highly of him. They still have him as an 88 rated 3-star, a high 3-star by their rankings. And they have him, I believe, 10th in Missouri. You see the kind of the variation in the ratings. Maybe the bigger tell for a talent, the offer list. Well, you see some of the offers there. He announced the top 5 in February of Missouri, Colorado, LSU, Oregon, and Minnesota. So that's the top 5. Some other notable schools, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Tennessee, and then all the regional schools as well. I looked at his film, Tionne Gray, and I saw sophomore year and his junior year. A lot of his film was him playing offensive tackle. He played left tackle for the most part, but he also would play tight end. So what's that mean? Well, if he's playing tight end, he's got the athleticism. We talked about how big he is, 6'6", 305. He's not just a blob, an unathletic blob. He's athletic enough to play tight end, okay? So that's good. So you also look at him in terms of strength and kind of that meanness you need to have to play on the line. Similar to the film with Ryan Johnson, an earlier commit from Missouri, he'd get a hold of a D end and, oh boy, he'd just take him wherever he wanted to take him, and there was nothing that D end could do about it. So he's got that mean streak to just finish a guy. On the defensive side, though, he also played D end. So, quick first step, the athleticism and quickness to chase down a quarterback out of, if they're rolling out, the quickness to keep up with them. So that was impressive. When he was playing at D tackle, he had the sheer strength to just engage the center or one of the guards and just drive it backwards. There was a play in the film, I want to say it was against Kirkwood High School, but I might be wrong on that. Anyway, he just engaged, that center went straight backwards, and it wasn't 2 seconds, and the quarterback had to scramble because the center was about to knock him over. That's how strong and powerful Gray was on that play anyway. It was very impressive. There was another play where his height really had an impact. The quarterback was trying to dump it off to a running back. He was already kind of starting to scramble. And he saw, all right, Gray's right there. He's tall. He tried to kind of just lob it over his head, just aware that he could block the pass, right? Didn't matter. He was so huge. He still got a hand on it, knocked it down. So having that in the middle is just huge. When you're that big to begin with and you've got the reach, that can nuke a passing game right then and there. From that close, that takes away the middle third of the field if he can get his hands up in time. So very, very good there for Missouri. When you look at the Tigers and the impact this commitment has, he is the 4th commit for the class of 2024. Defensive line continues to be a strength, at least on paper, in the recruiting classes. And honestly, D-tackle is a strength, I think, of this team. Maybe not the strength, but a strength for sure. And he's from St. Louis, and he's on the board, and he's highly rated. That when someone like Gray chooses Missouri, it gives some credibility to Mizzou for these other recruits. And I emphasize that he's highly rated and from St. Louis because there are a bunch of St. Louis recruits that are highly rated. And also, this year there might be more in Kansas City, honestly. But the state of Missouri, they all get together on campus for visits or whatnot. When you're talking specific to St. Louis, one guy in particular, Ryan Wingo, just saying, who maybe, he's considering Missouri, but maybe Tionne Gray committing, maybe that makes him look a little harder. Makes him kind of say, hey, all right, what's Gray seeing? Maybe I need to take a little bit of a deeper look. I don't know. It can only help. Anyway, that's all I've got for this video, guys. Big time get for Missouri. On the board once again for the class of 2024. Thanks for checking us out under the Arch Sports. We'll see you guys next time.